sasananya, Baginda?
Alright, let's check this. We have Malay and Persians for the Twig and River, and Huns and Britons for Say My Name and HK. So just right off the bat, I'm going to have to say that Twig and River have the better civs. Persians and Malay, I'd say those are two top tier civs. Two top tier civs. I don't know, dude. I don't know. You're gonna have to ask someone else. Okay, so here, remember when I was talking about earlier in the stream where I said I didn't think River and Twig were the most experienced Nomad players? Here's a good example of what I was talking about. River did not check the depth of the water. Like he can check how deep this water is before he builds a dock. He can check, but he didn't do that, and he built a dock like this. Like you don't want to do that. It's not a horrible situation because still two fish nearby, but generally you're gonna want to walk a little bit more this way. It actually wouldn't be a good situation. Oh, okay, they both dock the same part of the map. So yeah, this is actually fairly bad for River and Twig dock position because they're not going to be able to expand so easily later on. You generally want to have a lot of room to work with. You don't want to dock right on top of each other. How can you check? Well, I mean, you just take your villager and you try to build a building, and then you can move to the edge of the map. You can see where the edge of the map is. Like you can't place a building like a building foundation like at this part of the map. That's how you can check how thick this water is. Yeah, actually, right off the bat, even though Twig and River have clearly the better civs, I'd have to give an advantage to HK and Say My Name because look at this dock, perfect dock. A lot of movement you can have, a lot of different places that you can move to. You're not constrained to this one small area. You can build another dock. Well, it's a little bit harder for these guys to move. Yeah, Say My Name's dock. Probably doesn't have one just yet because he's Huns. You know, with Huns, you start with less wood, so you can't build a dock right away. Starting to build one. Check the populations now. River is at 8, so he's far behind everyone else. Twig is at 11 right now. Well, I think Twig is a bit ahead of everybody. With Persians, you'd expect to have a pretty decent Vill lead in the Dark Age, and also a fishing ship lead, which I actually kind of surprised Twig doesn't have another fishing ship out yet. You should definitely have another one out with Persians, because you can actually make your first fishing ship without even taking any wood. Did I just mess up the flags? Oh, yeah, okay. For some reason, okay, I'll get on that. Yeah, hold on, guys. Sorry. It's right outside of the game, and then inside the game, there's a like my setup is different. Let's see, which should be a Vietnamese flag. This one should be a. Okay, that should be good. All right, so again, like I said, let me know if there's any problems with the game. If you want to change some volumes or anything, change the flags. It's all good. I don't take it personally. Thank you for telling me that because that was quite a big mistake there. All right, so we have Twig and Say My Name both at 20 population. 21 population. I'd say Huns is a fairly underrated nomad civ, personally. People they don't like Huns because you can't build a dock right away. But the thing is with Huns, you can generally take your second dock so much faster. You can build your second dock so much because you don't have to build houses. You can really catch up in the fish count pretty quickly. Alright, so let's see if either of these are gonna go for a grush. By grush, I mean making fire ships, fire galleys. Pretty much the meta now to go with fire galleys. Generally on a Nomad and AOC, you kind of just want to do a fast castle most of the time. You might grush occasionally, but most of the time you're going to go for a fast castle. With the changes to the fire galleys, you're just going to have to go. You can kill fish so quickly with them. You generally just want to go to feudal age as fast as possible. At least one player to do that. Oh yeah, HK, he plays a lot of Nomad. The most experienced Nomad player. He might be the most experienced Nomad player in AOC. He doesn't have as much experience on Willow Kingdoms, but on just regular AOC, he has so much experience. Played thousands and thousands of games. Like, I play a lot of Nomad, but this guy, he has me beat. Alright, so Twig is the first guy to the feudal age. He'll be there at 13.5 minutes. Population is a little bit low, I'd say, for Persians. I think he should be a little bit higher than that. HK is also on the way. All the players are on the way. The first one who's going to arrive is River. Not sure what he's going to do once he gets there, because he's not building a second dock. Or he is. He's starting to build a second dock. So again, with the Malay bonus, advancing to the next stage 80% more quickly. That's why he's, even though he didn't click up first, he'll be the first one to get there. By quite a bit, actually. That's one reason why Malay is a very strong Nomad. Because even when you had a bad start, like the River had, you can catch up very easily. That's exactly what he's doing. He's getting his fire galleys out. Try and find where the enemies have their fish located. Not sure if he knows at all. Doesn't look like it. But he's in luck that they're not too far away. Like if HK and Twig, or not HK and Say My Name had their fish over here, it'd be a pretty bad situation for him. But luckily they're not that far away. Let's see what Say My Name is doing. Might be building a stable or an archery range. He's building a stable. He's gonna go for knights. He might make a few scouts in the village while upping, but he's gonna be going for knights instead of cavalry. HK, he's just gonna build a market and a blacksmith. With Britons, you might see a crossbowman once in a while, but I guess noticed enemies have Persians. That makes the crossbows a little bit less effective. Twig also has stable out, so he might be definitely going for knights. And so let's see how fast fishing ships get killed by the fire. Say My Name actually reacted very quickly. Managed to micro his fish away before he actually got attacked, so that's why this fish is still alive. Otherwise, sometimes once you notice that your fishing ship is getting attacked, it's going to be dead before you can even react. But good for him. Saw it in time. Be able to save his fish for now, even though he still has to run them away, so they're not that much better than dead, for now at least. Alright, so there's 2 stables for Say My Name. I don't think that's the best idea given he just lost his fish, right? They might be running low on food. Let's check. He only has 210 food. Probably doesn't have as much. Actually, he has a lot of villagers on gold now. They added a few more. Yeah, I find it hard to believe that he's going to be able to afford this.
No.
Yeah, exactly. Too dangerous on this Nomad Polo Kingdoms. Like maybe if you had your dock over here and you knew it was far away from other people, it'd be a good idea to, or it could be a good idea to go for 2 stables, but not in a situation like this with your dock in the middle of nowhere, like in the middle of the map. Nikov TC, yeah, with 3 boars on it. Might have seen that actually. I think Say My Name had a bit of a Nikov TC. Alright, so let's see how many knights he can afford. Maybe 2 more after this. That'll be it. Again, we have one player, the feudal age still, going for fire galleys. He has 5 kills and 0 deaths, so he's definitely killed quite a few fishing ships, I'd say. HK+Yellow only has 5 fish left, and HK has 6. So it looks like he killed quite a few, I'd say. Normally, I'd expect to see something more like, 10 fishing ships. Yeah, quite a few fish have died, I'd say. The Twig has armor on his knights, but it seems that Say My Name is fully walled over here. He's going to be raiding with his knights. Ooh, there's a nice find by him. He might kill a couple villagers here. If Twig doesn't react, he reacted fast enough so he does not lose any villagers. So kind of, I don't know if it's unlucky, but River's not the most observant. He should be looking for fishing ships of HK+Yellow because he knows that he didn't kill them. He knows they ran away. They should still be alive. Just meant to stick over here. He should be following the coastline. Alright, so HK actually did decide to make some crossbowmen. I saw the blacksmith and market and assumed he wouldn't be making any army, just be kind of booming. He added the archery ranges later. And Twig might be in a kind of a tough situation here, but having this armor, he'll be able to clear up the crossbowmen fairly easily, especially since the Yellow and HK didn't have the best reaction.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd say River and Twig are in a very good situation so far. They're taking advantage of the civs that they have. They do have the better civs. They need to win this game, I'd say. You don't want to lose again with the better civs because the next game, your opponents are going to have those civs, right? Yeah, they're doing everything they can. They're in a pretty good situation. River has good control of the water.
Yes.
Looks like only 5 total fishing ships left for the VNS team, while there's 15 for the Argentinian team. But that might be changing very soon. Yellow managed to sneak 4 of his fire galleys around, and he's going to slaughter a lot of these fishing ships. Or fishermen. Yeah. River is on the way to Castle Age, and making use of that Malay bonus is going to get there in a reasonable time. 23:55, so not too fast, but yeah, not too late either. That was a very sick move from Say My Name. Managed to even up the fishing ship count when it was looking very imbalanced in favor of the Argentine. Alright, Twig using his armor, killing these crossbowmen of HK. HK lost his fish pretty early, and therefore he was unable to get Bodkin arrow on his crossbowmen. Might have made the 3 TCs too quickly, but knowing HK, he's quite the boomer. He always makes his 3 TCs very fast, and given he does have Britons, it's not such a bad idea. HK just added, or not HK, but Yellow just added his 3rd TC. He's gonna be trying to get his eco going, trying to recover from not having too many fish working. Alright, so currently in the game, Twig has by far the most villagers. I'd say not by far, but by 6 or so. Quite a nice situation to be in because Persians, as we know, they even create villagers more quickly because their TC work more quickly, right? Even though he did lose a few villagers, managed to maintain the villager because of his superior civ, like that.
Yes.
So it looks like River is gonna just try and boom up with 3 TCs with the Malay. If I were him, I would consider making a stables and doing Castle Age elephants because they're so cheap for Malay. Let's check how much cheaper they are. Minus 30%. So how much does that cost? It doesn't say exactly, but I think it's like 89 food and like 52 gold or something. Some ridiculously small amount. Because of that, they don't have access to chain barding armor. They don't have access to bloodlines, which actually isn't that important, I don't think. But again, not having access to chain barding is pretty significant, especially against ranged units. Crosswomen. Finally, he does have Bodkin Arrow. Twigg has bloodlines and +1 armor, so he should make short work of this, I think. Because HK is kind of by his lonesome over here. There's no army yellow here to speak of. I think he just has some fire ships, maybe a few knights here and there. But let's see, trying to peek in this little small location here, and it's gonna work. I don't think Twigg can actually fight this. No, he has to go back. So annoying when crossmen do that. Perhaps one of the most frustrating things. And not a good reaction from Twigg either. He lost quite a few villagers here unnecessarily. His eco's kind of a mess right now. Might lose a few more villagers if he's not careful. Yep, this one's going down. So HK and Say My Name are making their way back into this. Twigg is taking his mangonel outside of his base and around. I don't think that's a good idea. He should be just going from the inside where it's safe, not where there's a player 1 knights up. But still, we have the villager lead for Twigg, although it's not nearly as significant as it used to be. Right, he's noticed the knight or the mangonel here, and yellow instantly reacts. However, now HK's knights are kind of out of position. HK's crossmen are kind of out of position. Kind of got up a bit. He's trying to group them together now, but he did lose 4 or 5. But Twigg has to be careful. He has to retreat right now. He can't be taking those kind of engagements without chain barding armor, especially since I think HK has ballistics. Yeah, he has a university out, and I noticed that it looks like his shots were being helped by ballistics. So instead of going for elephants like I suggested, River might do, he's just put a castle down and just gonna mass up some karambits. I'm not sure if he's going to make too many of them in Castle. Generally with karambits you just want to go input, make the most use. But I think in the Castle Age they are also fairly good unit. Unfortunately for him, he didn't make his castle like right on the edge over here where he do some pretty big damage against yellow. I don't think he has the one of his gold that are remaining. Much gold near him. He has this one, but that's contested. Alright, so Twigg is also making a defensive castle. I'm not sure about that. I think I'd prefer to sell my stone and just keep my stables working, massing up my knights, massing up, making more villagers, but I guess Twigg prefers to put a castle. I think that's a big mistake. Kind of a waste of resources, I'd say. It looks like yellow is trying to make his way to the Imperial Age. He's saving up resources. Doesn't have too many villagers, only 82, but probably has handcart. That's really gonna help his economy in the long run. Alright, so HK is on the way to the Imperial Age. Say My Name is gonna follow him soon. And this is looking like a kind of unstoppable army here. River getting Bosa only now, so that's a bit late given he advanced to the Castle Age 10 minutes ago. Not the best situation. The Argentine right now. Twigg only has 8 military. He has this castle over here. The thing is, he sold his stone and decided to make more knights. Or, oh, he's going to the Imperial Age. How about that? Just ceded so much map control by doing this. It looks like River is massing Karambit.
Yes.
Actually, he's not massing them. Just he made a few of them in his castle here. I don't think he's massing them. He's on the way to the Imperial Age. He'll be the first one there by 1 second, thanks to his melee bonus, as I've been mentioning. River made fire ships. Many more of them. Kind of already won the water and feudal age. Besides that clandestine attack, say my name when they're fishing. But maybe a little bit of an overinvestment. Water. But again, this game is not over with. The melee, once they get to the Imperial Age, are extremely difficult. For some reason, River is making archery range. I think he should be fine just to be massing pure karambits. It looks like he's gonna do skirms. I don't agree with that. Just be making pure karambits and trying to mass a huge amount of army and then just take it all out in one fatal swoop. It looks like he's gonna Arbor? Doing arbs? It's a massive mistake. He's throwing the game like it wasn't looking so good, but this is a total throw right now. He should not be making crossmen or arbalest or whatever. They're gonna be against 11 range. 11 range crossmen from actually you can see the game room what happened in the game. What the result of this is, but I'm gonna call it right now anyway. He's going crosswomen with melee. He has 2 castles already. There's no excuse for this. There's no reason he should be doing crosswomen. This is just a massive mistake. So say my name is in the Imperial Age, as is Twig.
Yes.
Yellow has quite a few. Oh, they're calling GG. They GG'd it kind of early, but yeah, it was GG. These arbalests were not gonna work. Again, it's very strange that he went for arbors because, like I said, 2 castles. Then also Twig has a castle, so the Argentinian team made 3 castles in this game, and they were completely useless because they never used them at all. Like Persian castles are already useless. River made castles, which with melee, which is a very good civ to make castles with, and he didn't go for Karambit. So that's a very strange play, I'd say, from the VNS or from the Argentinian. All right, looks like I now they're both now they have both Argentina. What have I done in the game? I don't know. Okay, this should be Vietnamese. It's 1-0 in favor of the. Now they look like both go over there. I'm not sure why the flags are weird, but what am I doing? I'm trying to change the flags. I don't know why the flag changes from outside to inside. I have no idea why the flags are acting up. This, but did something wrong, I think. Maybe that's what. I had two different flag things for when I had like multiple or players from multiple countries. I added another flag. That's kind of messing me up here, I think. Okay, so this should work now. There we go. Except they're on the wrong side. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. All right, perfect, perfect. Now it's perfect. All right, you guys can't say that I'm a noob caster. I'm an expert. I know exactly what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing. Even thanks to this extra spec delay that we have going on, I had plenty of time to fix it. All right, so again, I had to switch civs. So in the previous game that the Malay and the Persians lost, two civs I expect to win this matchup because they are much better. I'd say. Much better at Nomad. Kind of some misplays from the Argentinian through the game. Hopefully, this second game we don't see a too imbalanced showing because now the VNS team that won the first game are going to have the better civs. A song to pass the time. You might have to recommend a song, but it looks like the time has already passed. I won't have to embarrass myself. So no songs coming up just yet. Maybe after the second game, you can sing a song. Assuming there's a recommendation. Alright, so River chose Hunt. Twigg chose Britain. This is not this is expected for the VNS team. Say my name with Malay while HK has Persians. Again, HK doesn't know much about Wolo Kingdoms. He's a very good Nomad player, but does not know what's going on with the new Civ. So using the old Civ, good old familiar Persians. If he takes advantage of change, the change to Persians on Nomad on in the new expansions.
Yes.
Because he's Persians, if he makes a house and houses are 25 wood now instead of 30 wood, he can actually make a fishing ship before he collects any wood. If he's doing that, spawning a fishing ship, not building in the house. Houses are only 25 wood. He doesn't know this. He should be making his house right as soon as he made this dock. He should have made a house, and he did not do that. He just walked. A big mistake from H. An admin ring. Gonna resume lobby. Just admin ring. TC isn't that close, dude. Guy's saying TC warp. That's not even close to a TC. Good 3 or 4 tiles here. HK finally making his house. He made it kind of late, like I mentioned. He had to research a little of getting house, and there's just no reason to get house with Persians. No reason at all. Alright, so you have Twig and HK there. TC's right next to each. Luckily for Twig, he has 5 sheep right now. That's a very good situation to be in when you're Britons. I think might have taken some of the sheep that HK found. Again, HK had a villager going around over here collecting a few sheep. If he wanted to send them to his own, he would have had to walk through Twigs. Probably helped his enemy out a bit there. If he knows, I think he definitely knows. Saw the villagers. Maybe he doesn't know. I don't know. See what Twig knows. Twig knows what's going on here. He's building all these walls. I'd say HK probably has an idea of what's going on here too. He's close to an enemy. See where that villager's going. HK has loom now. He's going to take in this boar. That he does not realize he's getting walled in on this. That's going to leave him without access to gold. It's also going to leave him without access to the stone either, because Twig is right there. So honestly, if I noticed the situation and I was HK, perhaps I would consider doing a TC. Because where can you go? Can't really go this way. It's going to be difficult to go this way because Twig is right here. And he does have Persians. So we know what happens with Persians. There's a lot more HP on your TC, twice as much. Quite the good strategy in this situation, actually. Yeah, Twig is completing his walls. He's building more walls. HK is not being too careful about himself getting walled in. He's trying to attack the walls now. Kinda late. What else is kind of late is this dock from Twig. You generally want to make docks very, very early in the game, especially with Persians. Persians, but not Persians, but Britons. Again, he had a lot of sheep on his teeth. And again, Britons collect sheep a bit faster, right? So because of that, you don't need as many villagers on food right away. So you can afford to have your villas on wood and start getting your fishing ships out earlier. And he didn't take advantage of that good advantage that Britons have. That's why he's so late. Again, I'm talking about experience a lot. The VNS team, the Argentina team, the VNS team has a lot more experience on this. That's why things are happening that are happening. That's why both Argentinian players have fewer population than the VNS players. And that's not just because of Civ. Because of experience as well, as I noticed with late dock from Twig. So it's 9:30. HK already has 25 population. That's very, very strong population to have at this time, but he's house. Not as strong as it could be. Alright, so I haven't talked about Say My Name or River at all. River has yeah, the fish difference 5 to 12. Oh god. That's nasty. Again, these are better civs. Well, I guess Malay shouldn't have more fish than anyone. Malay is a good civ for other reasons. Again, like I said, there's experience difference between. Say My Name with Malay. He's going for a very, very fast feudal, sub 12 minutes. With that kind of timing, there's only one thing that you can expect. He's going to be going for fire galleys. We're going to see a second dock coming out from soon. Again, we're going to fire galleys. I'm not sure what he knows. Let's check. Fog of War. He does not know anything about where his opponent's docks are, unless his ally told him what his ally knows. His ally does not know about the opponent's docks either. Might be able to guess that Twig has a dock here, just based on his location. Does not know that for sure. So kind of a blind strategy right now for HK+Yellow, but it should be fine given how fast he is. Again, Malay, the best thing about Malay is even if you make mistakes, like maybe doing a fast feudal when you shouldn't be doing it, you can recover from it so easily because you can get to the castle age very fast. Alright, so River and HK are up at the same exact time. So good on Twig to still be within a reasonable population compared to Persian's player. Again, I didn't like the start of Twig. I think he could have had a lot of more fishing ships sooner. I guess it's not too bad even. He does have the worst civ. Alright, so River kind of walled the map a bit. Not too useful to do this kind of thing, because you can break through this fairly easily. But I guess it does control, you know, it gives you more knowledge about where the enemy's army is, and if they can break through it fairly easily, so it's not so bad. I think I made a mistake when I was casting earlier. I said this was River, but this, I mentioned their feudal times were the same. This guy is not the guy that's over here. Alright, so let's see what River does. Is it going to make a stable, or is he going to make archery ranges? I expect a stable. What Twig does. Building a tower. Down gold? I don't think Twig knows what he's doing. He's not on stone, he's not on gold. What is he doing? Like the first fishing, or the first fire galley is making its way towards, say my name, towards Twig's docks. Yeah, so this is what I was talking about. Look at the Malay Castle Age time. He got up to the feudal age before 12 minutes. Because of, you know, how good of a Civ Malay. Still has a 17-minute Castle Age, which is so quick. Must have a very good map too, though. Looks like he wasn't paying too much attention, though. He could have killed these fire galleys, but he waited for Twig to get one out of his own. This tower really doesn't do much. Do much at all. Should have made the tower like over here, so at least he could cover the whole forest. No, made this strange tower. It's a very strange tower to make, considering you can only make one tower, because not collecting stones so efficiently. Alright, so River has a few scouts out. I don't like that from him. He was so late. Not so late, but he was kind of late to the Castle Age. You have to click up and then go for maybe a scout or two. Check what's going on. Because you see, Yellow is already in the Castle Age. So fast. Finally, River is on the way to the castle. Twig is still left in the dust here. I'm not sure what his villas are doing. HK has some secret villagers over. I guess they're not so secret, but later in the game, these could perhaps be making a siege workshop and maybe some stables over here and just wiping Twig off the map. I have no idea what Twig is doing. This is just not good play. Not good play from. Just gonna be a sitting duck over here and hope River can manage the game for him. Alright, here's the tower. This is a good tower, but it's not gonna do much because Yellow has two monasteries monks to defend from the impending knights that River will likely have. So River has only 5 fishing. He didn't decide to make a second dock with Huns, like I said, it's a very good strategy to do given how much wood they save on not making houses. This Argentinian Nomad team is not experienced at all. They don't know what they're doing on Nomad. I'm sorry to say, I might be being kind of mean here. I might be being callous. I might not be using the best words, but I'm gonna call it like it is. I'm gonna call it like I see it. Is not experienced on Nomad. They do not know what's going on this. They need some more practice. Need some more practice. Did you guys get that sub count? Command working? 7 people. Okay, nice. 7 sub. We're building that sub base back slowly but surely. Alright, so we have 4 monks out for Say My Name so far. Getting Sanctity. He might follow that up with a Redemption soon, now that he sees River's Siege Workshop out. And once... Oh, okay. I guess River noticed the monks and decided to go with archer ranges instead, so that's a good choice. River, he decided to switch. Notice the monks, but he has to be more careful than this. Why is Nomad your least favorite map by far? You haven't even played it, dude. You don't even play Nomad. You wouldn't even know if it's your favorite or least favorite map. The hidden gem, for all you know. Alright, so Twig is on the way to the Castle Age. Might be going for a castle drop here, that seems likely. HK did not go for the Siege Workshop over here like I expected. Oh, he has a Siege Workshop. Not in the place that I expected it to be. Alright, so let's check what Yellow is doing. Looks like he's saving up for Redemption. Might be selling a wood. Just complained about for 5 minutes. I mean, you know, sometimes you're in a tough situation, Nomad. That happens. He almost had very little experience on Nomad 2 not that long ago. And he tried it a few times and, you know, got some experience, and you realize sometimes Nomad can be a pretty fun map. I don't think he'd disagree with that. I hope he doesn't disagree with that. Take the Mangonel micro here. Aye. Ooh, okay. You got this Mangonel converted. I was wondering, like, what happened to River's Mangonel? So yeah, like I would mention before, Say My Name did get Redemption and he converted Mangonel River, and River didn't notice what was going on and he lost his Mangonel. He didn't delete it. He should have done. He's gonna snipe this Mango. Oh, yep. Snipes it, and his Cav Archers survived to fight another day because they did not take a Mangonel shot to the face like I was expecting. Alright, so Twig he made a couple rams over here. He has a Mangonel as well. I expect him to follow this up with a castle drop. He's trying to clear out this here so he has more options for making a castle. That's a very good idea for him. He has all these monks out. It's like 4 monks. It's a pretty good thing to do because he knows HK likely has, you know, knights. He doesn't. Actually, they're not knights, but they're camels. So a good unit to make against camels are monks. Let's check the build counts. 45 and 43 for the Argentinian, and 55 and 40 for the Viennese. So it's pretty even, I'd say. Say My Name and Yellow being stuck in this small location here. They're being put on their back foot all the game, and River especially is doing a good job, like taking the fight to the opponent, even with the civ disadvantage. Let's see if there's villagers coming forward for Twig. Might just be selling his stone and not actually collecting it. Okay. Yeah, I think he's been selling his stone so he could afford these monks. Mangonels. He actually isn't going to go for a castle drop too soon. I did forget that he didn't have a gold mine. Very dangerous Mangonel here for Twig. He could get converted fairly easily if he's not careful. We do know this guy has Redemption. But he's lost the faith on his monks. He's coming in for a conversion right now. Maybe. He's sending his knights. That's strange. Yeah, tower coming in right over here. I don't know about this. He's gonna lose his monks soon. Not careful. Mango's coming in. Doing a big shot here. Two bills dead. Another mango shot. More bills are dying. Gets the tower up, so that's good. But alright, River, he's coming out with his cav archers. He does not have bloodlines. He's getting bloodlines, but once he gets that, he doesn't have to worry as much about the mango shots. Ooh, guard tower upgrade for Twig. That's an excellent upgrade. Get fletching, which is that's what he's doing right now. And once he gets that, his towers will be doing 2 damage to the mangonels. So that's a very big difference. That's double the amount of damage for each arrow. We might see another guard tower coming up over here. What I don't like about this play so far is EC positions from River. You want to spread your eco out a little bit more. Yeah, I think River could be managing his eco a bit better than what he's doing here, but he's been doing a fairly decent job with his army after that mangonel conversion. Does not have too much army on the field. Did lose quite a bit of it to the monks, and he's doing what he needs to do. Trying to be a nuisance. He noticed that he was behind in this. Decides to just make some guard towers. The very strong guard towers now that they have a +1 attack that they used to have. Right, so there's a TC drop coming out from HK here. I don't think River's gonna be able to stop that anytime soon. There's 3 mangonels for him. Almost GG. Okay, they're gonna call it GG here. Huh. I think if River did his economy a bit better, 2 Argentinian players would be in a better situation now. But yes, they're just gonna call the GG instead of trying to fight. Right. I think I caught this. Alright, so pretty big build lead for the 2 VNS players. Earlier in the Castle Age, it looked like the Argentinian team had a pretty good chance, like their economies weren't far behind. But I don't think River managed his eco very well. But he was far behind, and he just pulled all his stone and went aggressive with his not siege rams, but battering rams, mangonels. Didn't add any teeth. I don't think that was a bad idea or a bad choice for him. But I think River again was the main issue here. He didn't manage his eco very well. All right, again a clear win there. No comeback needed. We get new civs this game. Yes. They're gonna pick from a pool of civs right now. I think the pool of civs that they're gonna pick from are I'm gonna write them in the. So they're gonna pick from civs. They're gonna pick from Slavs, Magyars, like wars, no, Ethiopian, Vikings, Britons. I believe those 5 civs. They're gonna pick 2 of these 5 civs. I think that the pick is pretty clear. I think you're gonna want to pick Slavs, Britons. I've seen some pig. I mean, actually, I've seen all these 5 civs picked. I've seen Ethiopians picked. I've seen Vikings picked. I've seen Magyars picked, and I've definitely seen Britons and Slavs picked from the more experienced team. Again, some of the less experienced teams get fooled by these civs, pick the wrong ones. They don't know Nomad. Let's change over here. Slavs are good all around. That's generally why you pick them. Again, farms aren't as important on Nomad because you don't use them until later, and sometimes you can't even make farms very easily because how the map is laid out. Sometimes you're kind of closed in, you don't have a lot of space. I missed Biz. Biz, you're right. There you can also be Biz. I haven't seen Byzantines picked. I don't. Maybe that's why I missed them. But Byzantines, one reason to pick them would be for their fire galleys, fire ships. Those are very strong. Big part of the map now is fire galleys. Used to be a big part of the map was fire ships, but now it's fire. And it's even a bigger part of the map. Yeah, I expect Britons and you might want to consider Magyars, depending on like the play style of the players. For example, if Balalaika and Noboru were playing these civs, I would expect. The match is starting right now. We're in the middle of the match, so we're already at game 3. About to start soon. But said what is a 3 GMT? So that was an hour ago. Yeah, again, like I was saying, some players might want to pick Magyars depending on their playstyle. One example I was giving of that would be Noboru and Balalaika. I think they would pick Britons and Magyars because Balalaika, he likes to make a lot of scouts. But why did this game start early? Maybe they're going back. Maybe like a restart. I'm gonna keep my eye out. It looks like Twig went back. I think there's a restart or something going on here. Let's watch it just in case. Might be a TC war. Yep, looks like a TC war. River's gonna place his TC right here. Yeah.
No.
He doesn't know about this other TC. Nope. Oh, he just realized it after he built his TC. So yeah, TC war. Let's just go back. Aren't or not? Oh, I didn't even check the civs, did I? We can still check. Let's see. All right, so the Vietnamese chose Slavs and Vikings, and the Argentinian team chose Britons. In my opinion, better civs here for the Argentinians. I would have expected Britons from the VNS team, given they are more experienced. But apparently, they like Vikings. At least HK likes the Vikings. Maybe he doesn't realize that they don't get fire galleys, and those are a big part of the map now. Maybe he doesn't realize that the dock bonus for Vikings is significantly worse. Not as cheap as it once was. So again, like I said, HK is experienced on Nomad, but not on the new Civ. Not with the new. I think my chat bridge disconnected. I'm using a built-in mic to my laptop. I need to get a new mic, honestly. That's why my voice isn't the highest quality right now. You might have noticed that. To get a headset. I'm gonna get a headset. Should improve my casting ability. Tenfold. Tenfold. Great job, thank you. Oh, okay. The end of my sentence gets cut out sometimes. That's definitely with my what's it called? It's noise gate, right? Okay. Like should change maybe the close threshold a bit lower. That might help. Right? I think so. A word or two. I guess maybe the way I talk also, the trail of my words, it gets quieter the way I talk. So that's why I have to up the noise gate a bit, or change the noise gate. Yeah, I noticed that when I was watching my stream before, like I often like watch my old streams to see how I'm doing, make sure I'm not doing too bad. I noticed like the ends of my sentences were getting cut off, so I had to change that, and apparently I have to change it even more. So thanks for that. It is helpful information. Going into the game here. All right, nice. Ooh, might have another TC war here. Oh, please no, not another TC. River just gave all his sheep away. Aye, aye, aye. Aye, aye, aye.
Greeting?
Tough situation for River. He needs those sheep given he's Britons. Doesn't want to give them away.
Yes.
Alright, so Twig has a pretty good TC here. He has a decent forest. Not the best position in terms of his forest, but he does have some deer nearby. He has 2 ready. Forage bush, which he might not want to use so early at least, but not bad to have. Say my name over here. He has a good forest. He has some sheep. Doesn't have any deer or boars as far. He has a boar over here. Boars over there. Well, they're not too far, but they're not too close. It's not a Nikov TC. If it was a Nikov TC, they'd be like within this box. Nikov TC, you have boars in this location on 93% of the time. I did the science, did the study, and determined it to be 93%. Alright, so River, he has a few sheep, not too bad. Okay, he has sheep and he's collecting a boar. This doesn't make any sense. He already has sheep, he can collect from sheep quicker than he can collect from a boar. He's deciding to collect the boar when he only has 2 villagers. No. I don't think there's any truth in that at all. There's some truth in like the locations of boars being near straggler trees. Like if you see some straggler trees, it's certain that nearby to that, like within maybe 20 tiles or so in any direction, you're gonna have some boars. So again, like you can see here, straggler trees. You have these boars here. The other boars. Over here. Okay, here's some more boars, and we have straggler trees over here. Over here. Over here. So there's some boars nearby here because there's straggler trees. Okay, let's see these boars. Our 3 boars over here. We have straggler trees. Straggler trees. And let's look somewhere where there's no boars. Where there's no. Maybe this is the wrong advice. Because I actually see straggler trees everywhere. Right? I don't know. I thought there was something to this. Like if you see straggler trees, yeah, you're correct about that. I'm just noticing that now. Well, maybe they're not everywhere. Like over here, there aren't any. I don't know. I don't know. There's boars everywhere. Maybe. Take my advice with a grain of salt. I thought this to be the case. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am wrong. Either way, there's no placement of resources based on your build location. If anyone said that, I believe they're not telling the truth, or maybe they're misinformed.
Yay?
Alright, so let's check the starts right now. 12 villagers for River, 12 villagers for Twig, 13 now. They're behind once again in terms of population. So I guess you would expect a small advantage for the VNS team population because they have Vikings, which they save, you know, maybe 15, 16 wood now with building a dock, which is a bit helpful. So you'd expect, like I said, a small advantage. Nothing like this. You don't expect this kind of advantage from having Viking. Definitely not. And again, River does have burden, so that's a pretty good civ in if you have sheep. And like I said, he did have sheep. He didn't use his sheep early enough to take an advantage in terms of population. Let's see what these players know. River definitely knows there's an enemy here. He likely knows that it's HK, Vikings player. Okay, look at the fish population again. 10 for the VNS team, 6 for the Argentinian. Vikings doesn't explain that difference. Explains it a little bit, but not to this extent. It should not be that different. Alright, so we're approaching 10 minutes. At 10 minutes, you like to have around minimum, I'd say minimum 22 population at 10 minutes. With a good civ, you might get upwards of 27 or 28 if you had a good start. And again, I'd say the ideal situation for like an average civ at 10 minutes is to have 26 population. And just after 10 minutes, we have HK with 26 population. So very good start for HK in this game. Say my name and Twig, they have 23, so not great starts, but not bad. And River lagging behind at 22 right now, so River is very far behind in terms of population. But he is going to be on the way to the feudal age very soon. Going to click up right here. I'm not sure what he's going to do once he gets there. I hope he's not going for fire galleys. And he knows, what does he know? He knows the edge of the map is right here. He likely knows that his ally has a dock right here. I hope he's not going for a dock. At least not a grush from this. Guess we'll find out what he's doing. But yeah, again, like Twig, he's a good player. He's like what 2K1, 2K2, and he doesn't know what he's doing. Actually, he did okay, I think. He had some mistakes, but I think River has more. He's not 2K. Yeah, these are good players. Like River, he's fairly good on overall, and Twig, you know, he's a very good 1v1 Arabia player. I'm not sure about on other maps. Again, these are experienced players, and they're not the best. No man. Yeah. Alright, so let's see what River's doing.
No.
He has 3 villagers going over here. He has second fastest feudal time. Maybe a tower's coming up. Ooh, this tower is not going to do so much, is it? Maybe if he gets Bodcanero, Bracer, he can shoot over this forest, but as of now, I'm not so sure. Heard a villager die. Villager died. Where? Someone. Okay, over here. Right, so say my name, did not know what was going on. He tried to build perhaps a blacksmith or a barracks over here. Got a villager killed because of his ignorance of Twig's location.
Yay, ready. Yay, yay.
Alright, so Twig doing the same exact thing that Say My Name did. Ran into this T. Alright, so let's see what HK is doing. HK is on the way to the castle age. 12 but 17 minutes, 16:37 with Vikings. That's a very, very fast castle time. But River, lucky for him, found this gold mine. Actually, maybe not lucky. He knew about this, right? He walked by this location. He knew HK was over here, so good tower from him. Again, I think HK shouldn't have a hard time just relocating. Might know about this. He sees it. He can just relocate over there. A bit too ballsy, I'd say, for River. This tower is not in range of this tower, so he can't actually build it so easily. He has to build it over here and take it a bit more. Alright, so HK, as I said, very fast castle age time. Say my name following him, 1830, pretty average time. Let's see what Twig is doing. Twig had the slowest feudal time in the game. So you'd expect him to be up to castle age at least reasonably soon, but no. He's not close to castle age. He has 2 fire galleys. I don't know what these guys are doing. They're not making enough fishing ships. Why does Twig only have 4 fish? What is he doing? Why does he have 4 fish? What the hell? No, seriously, 4 fish? Why 4 fish? Okay, he has more. They're just not working. Never mind, guys. It only counts if they're working fish. So he has 8 fish, so that's not bad. He's losing bills right and left, which is not good. Alright, so HK, he had such a fast castle time. He has a market in blacksmith. He's just gonna boom up. He has his teeth coming up on this secondary gold. Not secondary gold. There's no secondary golds on Nomad. They all have 6 tiles. But secondary for HK, as in its second closest gold. Okay, Twig says nos podemos ir, which means we can leave, we can go back. So he wants to call GG. Or
Yes.
hopefully they'll. Okay, they might call GG. Okay, they're calling GG actually. Ay ay ay, they're calling GG. All right. Okay. G 3-0. All right, so I guess it's kind of what we predicted early on. River and Twig just not experienced on Nomad. The VNS team are far more experienced, especially HK. HK has thousands of Nomad games under his belt, and definitely showed it in this game. Definitely showed it in this series, I mean. So, not much to talk about in terms of the stats here. Just way faster feudal times, way faster castle times. VNS team. More villagers, for HK especially. Very good start for him. Good play all around. Alright, so that's a 3-0 for the VNS team. So let's edit the score quick. Alright, so let's review the brackets. See what will be in store for the VNS team in the next round. Alright, so this was the series we just watched. Say my name and VNS4, otherwise known as HK, against River+Twigg, and I also say my name is also known as HK+Yellow. Alright, so in the next round, it looks like they're going to be fighting against Viper and Doubt, as I don't imagine Nobu and Carbo are going to beat. However, I have seen Nobu and Carbo playing quite a few Nomad games, so perhaps there is a small chance, given the Viper, Doubt, and Tattoo are less experienced on Nomad. So we saw how important experience was in this game. Perhaps it will come into play in this game. I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe. Alright, so might be just about it for the series just ended here. I'm gonna look at some of the games we have coming up tomorrow. So if you're interested in watching more Nomad tournaments, more games, tomorrow we're gonna have a loser bracket game, or not a loser bracket game, but I think a Silver League game. Bullet Chen. Wait, is this a Silver League game? Yeah, it's a Silver League. Okay, we're gonna have a Silver League game at 8 a.m. my time. That would be GMT. Is that 13 GMT? Yeah, at 8 and 5, 13 GMT. It looks like it's not being streamed. So you can catch that on Boobly if you want to watch. Later in the day, we're gonna have, like I talked about, Viper, Doubt, and Tato against Nobu and Carbo. I'm guessing that's gonna be streamed by perhaps all 3 Tyrant players. Also, it's gonna be casted by Smarthy. So Smarthy has casted quite a few Nomad games. I'd say she's pretty experienced on Nomad herself. In fact, she might be even in some circles she's considered the #1 Nomad player. That'd be nice. At the same time, there's going to be Miguel and Bro against Martel, Golden End. Wait a second here. Wait a second. My God, Brew is so crazy. He's scheduled for 12 GMT this game, but we're playing at 10 GMT against Alliance. So I guess hopefully this game finishes within 2 hours. Otherwise, Miguel or Brew will be kind of late for this. All right, so I wish Brew luck in getting there in time. Maybe if we kill the enemies quickly, we won't have to worry about that. Maybe if we die quickly, we won't have to worry about that. Otherwise, there might be an admin win going on. Alright, so later in the day, we're going to have me playing. Me and Jose Preto. Juba's kind of on vacation right now, so he's not going to be playing, for this round at least. In Jose Preto against Error, Janik, and Soul. Check, guys. 13 my time, 18 G. Alright, as you can see, Saturday is going to be jam-packed with Nomad games. Also on Sunday, there's going to be quite a few more games. Again, this weekend is have a lot of Nomad tournaments upcoming. Nobu and Balalaika should be seated higher. Let's see. I think you're probably right. I saw they were seated kind of low. Yeah, they're seated 28, so yeah, they should be a bit higher than this. I mean, they should be a lot higher than River and Twigg. For example, these are some experienced Nomad players. But you see, there's 8 difference. The seating, because it's seated only based on rating, which that doesn't really tell the whole story, especially on Nomad. Nomad is such a different map compared to the other maps that these teams are playing, and it comes into effect. You can tell. I think Noboru and Balalaika would like sweep the floor with River and Twig, and eight places difference. All right, so yeah, like I said, a lot of games upcoming weekend. Yeah, they went by ratings alone. Nomad needs its own ladder. I don't know. It'd be useful in this situation for the tournament, but right, yeah, see you guys. Make a ladder for every map. Yeah, that would be better for tournaments, right? But that wouldn't be good.